When a taxi packed with explosive drove past, Uma was fetching water, Rahman was sorting out his stall, and Kuanda was clearing his shop. None of them noticed the attackers, nor did members of Burkina Faso armed forces who let the taxi and the attackers enter their headquarters. The subsequent explosion sent them and the country into panic. At the same time, another attack was underway targeting the French embassy and its cultural center. French special forces were deployed. After hours of fighting, all the attackers were shot dead. Jama'a Nusrat Islam al-Muslimin has claimed responsibility for the attack. They say it's in retaliation for the bombing by French forces that killed one of the group's leaders in February. Al-Hassan al-Ansari, sitting in this video on the right, was killed in that attack. Burkina Faso is home to a French military base and has increasingly been targeted by fighters in the Sahel. At the market, people are returning to work with mixed feelings.
I'm not scared. I am not going to let the attacker put me in a state of fear.
It feels uneasy because the reality is Burkina Faso is in the middle of a security crisis.
Government officials visit the army headquarters. The intensity of the explosion shattered the windows of neighboring buildings. Debris flew hundreds of meters into the air. Bullet holes pockmarked the building.
This is supposed to be one of the safest and most secured places in this country, and yet it's inside this building that most people lost their lives. Now, the Prime Minister is talking to the troops. Outside, police have cordoned off this area, and there are hundreds of people standing. They're in shock, and they have one question: how could this attack take place in such secured and safe areas?
Visiting the scene, the Prime Minister described what he called apocalyptic scenes inside, but he tried to reassure the public.
We have to stay united against this war that is being imposed on us. I am convinced we will win.
We weren't allowed in the hospital, where the injured, mostly soldiers, are being treated. Their friends and relatives are worried, wondering if they will survive. There is a sense of despair that Burkina Faso has become another front line to an expanding conflict affecting millions of people across the Sahel. Nicolas, Haque, Al Jazeera, Ouagadougou.